Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to the new story of r/relationship advice. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for new future videos. Let's get started. Cheers.
Stories in today's video. 1. Dependent cheating wife says I shouldn't leave her broke 'cause I'm the love of her life too. My husband is cheating on me with a woman in college. Sorry for the long post in advance. I am a mess. I created a second account in a hurry because my best friend and fiance both follow me in my other account. Also, I am on my phone, so please pardon any formatting errors. Any names mentioned here are false, but the ages are accurate. Pretty much what it says in the title. I will start from the beginning. 4 years and a few months ago, my best friend, Andrea, F27, and I moved to one of the biggest cities in the US together. Both of us had gotten jobs there, and though we were in the same industry, we were hired by different companies. We ended up sharing an apartment and life was great. One evening she called from her office and asked me to meet her at a bar. Her entire department was going out for drinks. Both of us were not dating yet. So I headed out and had a good time with them. A few days later, a guy who was at the party called and asked me out. Brad, M31, is kind and smart and funny, and he made me laugh and paid attention to the smallest things I said. We began dating, and before I knew it, it got serious. We dated for 2 years and then he proposed. I accepted and we began planning for the wedding in earnest. I moved in with him soon after he proposed. We were going to get married in my small town, and his family and friends were happy to travel there. Andrea excitedly agreed to be my mo, not that she needed to be asked. Then COVID hit us in more ways than I could imagine. First, lockdown hit just as we were about to send out the invites. Then Brad suffered a 40% pay cut at work, followed by his losing his job a few months later. While he moped at home, I tried to keep his spirits up. WFH took a toll too, as I was asked to join meetings at 9 p.m., create dashboards at a moment's notice, and work on weekends too. Brad and I grew distant. Soon he began spending more and more time outside, telling me he just had to get out. I was okay with that, believing him when he said he was meeting his buddies. I was promoted late last year and that meant handling a team. I began spending more and more time at work. Brad finally got a job too, which did wonders for his self-esteem. Fast forward to Sunday night. We were about to go to bed and his phone rang. He was instantly super twitchy, telling the caller it was late and he would call back the next day. When asked who it was, he said it was someone from work and that he always calls at this time to discuss work. I knew it was a female voice because Brad keeps the volume setting at the highest level. I wanted to say that, but for some reason I did not pursue it. I checked his phone the next morning when he was in the shower and found Andrea's number saved as Bill C, and also a bunch of really racy texts. She sent him nudes and videos too. Their last conversation was what they will do to each other once she was gone. My dad suffered a mild heart attack recently and I am flying home this weekend to see him. My heart sank and I began crying. Brad emerged from the bathroom and instantly knew what was happening when he saw his phone in my hand, and my face. I confronted him, but he began making pathetic excuses, stating that he felt alone, and all you do is work. I called Andrea, who denied everything at first. When I sent her screenshots from my number and demanded an explanation, she confessed to everything. She and Brad were having an affair behind my back for months. It all began when he lost his job, and she was pressuring him to break up with me. He would not do so, so she resorted to spreading rumors about my family to discredit them and to scare him into thinking that I would make him move back to my town after we were married. This I came to know after a lot of questioning. She also said that she and Brad had gone on a couple of dates before he and I met, and seeing him with me later really angered her. She even tried to get him to date her again after I began going out with him, but he turned her down. Brad's refusal infuriated her and she hit the gym and began doing yoga with a vengeance to, in her own words, get back at me. I have spent the last day crying, being angry, crying angry tears, and binging on takeout. Brad slipped out of the apartment as soon as he could, and I know that he is at her place right now. She has called to apologize, but I have blocked her number. She then called from his number too, but I cut the call as soon as I heard her voice. My dad called to confirm if I was indeed coming over and I cried, but I did not tell him anything yet. He thinks I cried out of sheer relief because he is doing better now. I want to break up with him and sever all ties with Andrea for good, but first I need to see my dad. I am lost. Should I tell him? I hate myself for not noticing this earlier, and that I gave too much of myself to work. Also, Andrea's family and mine have been very close for decades. Andrea's mother and older sister have been nurses their whole lives, and they work at the hospital where Dad spent some time in the ICU recently. My mom is super grateful to them for all the help and support they gave us, and rightfully so. What do I do? How do I go about doing it? I am lost, and angry and crying. I apologize if this is really long and messy. My thoughts are all over the place. I'm so lost and don't know what to do, or think. I, F45, have been married to my husband, M42, for 6 years, together for 9. Our relationship has always been happy, and I love him. He's handsome, confident, fun, and I can't really believe that I'm considering him to be a potential cheater. It feels terrible. One of my husband's closest friends is a 23-year-old woman, who he's known for 4 years. He met her because she asked him for directions, she was new to our city, he gave her a tour, and that was the start of it. The first year, the friendship was super normal. I was a bit jealous the first time I met her, she's beautiful, but my husband assured me. The first year, they saw each other occasionally, but these past 3 years. They will usually see each other in the morning or for lunch, and then most evenings either alone or with their group of friends. Basically, he spends a lot of time with her, more than with me. A week ago we went out with friends and family members to the bar for the evening. It was also open mic, and my husband has a very nice voice, so he went up on stage and sang Love in Portofino, a very intense love song, which is in her language, by the way. That was fine, but the problem is that the entire time, he looked straight at his friend. It was very awkward. I wasn't sure if it was just because he was tipsy, but after this incident at the bar, when we got home I decided to seriously confront him, and of course, he denied cheating. I don't have any evidence at all. I check his texts, WhatsApp, his photos regularly, but there's nothing. There's been a few suspicious factors, but they don't especially mean he is cheating on me. The first is that when I do join their outings, they're in their own world and talk non-stop, and I feel a little excluded, but again, that might just indicate a strong friendship. Another thing is that they're really hands-on, to the point where it's sometimes uncomfortable. On one occasion his friend pointed to me and said, "Your wife is that way," kind of jokingly, so I know I'm not the only one who notices it. But once again, that could be because they're both Southern European, cultural to be a little touchy, and have a good friendship. He also gifted her one of his late mother's bracelets, which I got mad at him for, but he said that it doesn't matter because 1. He has no children to P*SS it on 2 and 2. She's a special friend to him. Which sounds valid but still, makes me uneasy. There's been other small incidents which have made me question a little, but otherwise I can never say for sure. The song really pushed it though, and I don't know, I'm so lost. It's hard to know if I'm blowing this out of proportion, and if this is all innocent. I was advised that they might be involved with each other, but I'm so unsure. My sisters think it's romantic, one of my friends says it's probably S***schul, others say I shouldn't worry and that it's just like a strong father-daughter relationship. I should note this girl doesn't have a dad. I have no clue if it would be just him who likes her, or if this might be a mutual affair, etc. And don't even know if my suspicions are even valid. Underscore 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 as suggested. I sat my husband down to talk again and asked him to listen to everything I have to say without interruption. I told him I love him, told him how and why I felt his relationship with this young woman, cheating or not, is unacceptable and has made me uncomfortable. I told him the ways it has impacted our marriage, and that he needed to decide to either remove her from his life and seek to work on us, or I would get a divorce. His only reply to everything I said was, I agree, it's time we divorce. Obviously, I started crying immediately. I asked him again if he cheated on me, and he admitted to an emotional affair and having kissed the girl. He answered all of my questions and proceeded to apologize for everything, and that it's entirely his fault, like that makes me feel better. He then told me he would return later to collect his things and left. I'm shocked, and at the same time I'm not. It was stupid of me to expect any other answer than the one I got, but still, having to hear my husband so calm and unwilling to work on us even though I poured my heart out to him and was ready to give him a chance hurts me terribly. Even after the betrayal, I don't want to divorce him at all and I'm scared for the future. I love him and I'm devastated he doesn't love me back. This is a nightmare.